HCMC Stock Update Today. You must have heard that the IQOS device will be banned in the US in about 2 months if Philip Morris fails to appeal the ban instituted by the US International Trade Commission, unless the Biden administration overturns that ban on public policy grounds. So you also know very well that all of this came about because RJ Reynolds claimed that Philip Morris infringed 3 of its patents, 2 of which were for an electrically powered device with a heater to generate an aerosol, and 1 for a control body. So a judge in May 2021 ruled that 2 of those infringement claims were tenable, and that was now reviewed by the International Trade Commission, and they affirmed what the judge ruled in that case in May 2021. So given that, does that now invalidate the claim that HCMC has? This is as it concerns the Combustion case it has against Philip Morris in a US federal court. So in our opinion, it does not invalidate it. HCMC has demonstrated that the IQOS does not combust, or does combust. The IQOS does combust empirically meaning scientifically tested. It proved that, and it provided evidence in that regard. As such, its evidence cannot be disregarded unless the evidence can be debunked, unless the methodology can be faulted to the extent that invalidates the evidence that HCMC tendered to support its combustion claim. HCMC's case, through its evidences, is demonstrating what is inherent within the IQOS device as it is now, not as it was when the FDA tested it. In effect, it is a review, if you like, of what the FDA tested and what Philip Morris claimed. As we indicated in the previous video, that the IQOS can pass the test as a heat-not-burn device with the FDA, and also fail the same test when tested randomly. Randomly meaning testing an IQOS device off the shelf, just like that, randomly, just go in there, people want to test it. So cars, for instance, can go through various tests and pass them. This is because, among other things, the manufacturer is being tested on its terms. On its claims, it is certain. On claims, it has, ensured it has established. In a nutshell, the product that is usually tested is not the product that is usually sold to the public. And that is what HCMC picked up and tested and is claiming does combust. So that's why, among other things, one can find that the IQOS device was tested by HCMC's Dr. Michael Dybel and found to have combusted. Given all of those, we think that HCMC's case will not be invalidated, because HCMC is saying something different. These guys are saying that it is a heat-not-burn device. HCMC is telling you that it's not the case. It does combust. So, it has no bearing at all. HCMC is giving new light to what is in that IQOS device. So, without any equivocation, or rather without any fear, we don't think that case will not be, we think it's not going to be invalidated. So is there a chance that the US government agencies will contradict themselves if HCMC's case is not allowed to, or rather is allowed to proceed? Indeed, that is likely for reasons we indicated above just a few seconds ago. If the evidence that the HCMC tendered is accepted, then findings of the FDA and that the IQOS is a heat-not-burn device will no longer be tenable. Okay, so given all of that, there's a good chance that HCMC, like I indicated earlier on, HCMC is talking about something different altogether about the IQOS device. It's as clear as daylight. These guys are talking about something else, but HCMC is shedding more light to what is inherent with the IQOS device. So I mean, and the other question is, why would the FDA, claim that the IQOS does not combust? Yes, the FDA will, do all those things. I mean, because it's going to test what is given to it, so it's going to do that. At the same time as well, we believe also that the FDA and indeed government agencies that carry out these tests, with commercial entities, they know that sometimes these things, what they're going to be sold, what the public will be sold, will not be exactly what is being tested. Yes, they know that very well, and amongst other things, some of these government agencies, to some extent, you can't. They're not always relied on. Their outcomes, their findings are not exactly relied on, especially in the academic sphere. You will not always rely on the findings of the FDA, because the FDA is not an independent body. And the FDA is also there, amongst other things, to ensure that there's a good balance. There's a good balance. It's not going to be rejecting everything, or it's not even going to, like we're indicating now, trying to ensure that maybe Philip Morris will sell absolutely the same product it tested. It doesn't go ahead to do that. I don't think so. It's they know that these things happen. That what they're going to present to them may not be what they're going to pass up to the public. So without any doubt, we don't think HCMC's case will be invalidated. I went off on a tangent there, but that is evident. That's how it operates. So thank you very much for watching this video. We'll continue to update you. Thank you.